headline newsreel story goes to Coastal Command's Beaufighter anti-shipping squadron. Outstanding service has been rendered recently against enemy convoys in the North Sea. With cannon, torpedoes and rocket projectiles, they have inflicted heavy casualties on German shipping.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Heavy and Old Diecast video. Of course, we have one here from Hobbymaster from their 172 Air Power series, and it is a Bristol Beaufighter here. It is a Bristol Beaufighter TF.Mk X, or Mark 10 of course, and this particular one is from Coastal Squadron 254 in 1944. The TF.Mk X was usually used as a torpedo bomber, but I think our particular one here does have rockets. So Squadron 254 was originally created in 1918, and during the First War, of course, as a coastal recon squadron, and it was disbanded in 1990 just after World War I's conclusion. In October of 1939, it would be reactivated once again as the Second World War was unfortunately beginning, and they would fly coastal patrols and convoy escorts as well as anti-shipping duties as well. In 1942, the unit would trade in its Blenheims for these Beaufighters here and use these aircraft until 1946, and then the unit would actually be renumbered 42 Squadron. Now we will open this up and have a little look inside. It does have the usual details there in the flap, of course, about the aircraft and that Beaufighter sitting in there, but it is no good sitting in this box, is it? So what we'll do is we'll grab this out and have a real good look at it right now. Now with Beau's blister pack out of the box, of course, this was a second-hand purchase. I picked this up for around $80, and so it does have the stand in this little bag that's not its usual bag, and some little accessories there. So we'll get this lid off, of course, so we can get our hands on this, interesting looking aircraft, of course. We'll grab that out. It's got a reasonable weight to it. Obviously, it's got the two pilot figures there. It's got the landing gear options for gear down, which we will look at later. We'll move this out of the way, of course, and have a look at this aircraft. It is in a pretty solid sort of grey finish, but it looks really nice. It's got some gun armament there. It's got some really nice details on the wings. The paint application is really nice as well. Those details come up fantastic. It's got some nice detail along the side, the tail markings there, which is pretty cool. We'll have a little look at the front. Oh, I think this does remove because you can put the figure in there, so it does have some details there. If you can sort of see that, that's pretty cool. It's got some minor cockpit details, of course, but I reckon this does come up really nice. Details on it are pretty good. Well, it is a Hobbymaster, so what do you expect? It's really, the engine details themselves are really nice as well, and I think it comes up a treat for sure. Do the propellers spin? Of course they do. They spin fantastically. So if you like to spin your props around, you will definitely be happy with that, of course. And we will have a little look down this side of the fuselage, of course. And it does look fantastic. It's got some excellent detail. We will turn Beau over, of course, and have a little look underneath. And the details underneath are really nice. You can see those rockets. I think they're RP3 rockets. It does have 8 of those on there. Obviously, that's where the landing gear is going to go, in underneath those little, in the engine nacelle areas there. It does have some gun ports there as well. Obviously, the stand's going to go there, and I think there is a cover for that if you don't plan on using the stand. Of course, tail wheel option for that area. That does look fantastic. All right, well, while we've got this Beaufighter turned over, we will set it up with some landing gear options and come right back. Alrighty, here's this Beaufighter all kitted out for in-flight. You just put those covers over the engine nacelles straight forward. Of course, you put the little tail wheel in there, the retractor tail wheel, and that is set up perfectly. And there is a little bit of ordnance you put on. You put those two 250-pound bombs on, and that is set up for in-flight. It does, come up nicely, of course. And of course, you want to put it on a stand because it's in flight, don't you? Now, in true Hobbymaster fashion, go to put it on the stand, the ordnance is in the way. I don't know why they can't put stand locations in areas where you don't need to remove ordnance. So to put this on the stand, you do have to remove said bombs that you put on, and then put this little cradle stand on, and then you can chuck it on the stand and have it on this stand nicely to display in flight. Of course, missing its ordnance. So, look, to be honest, I don't know why. I don't know why these companies can't organise a stand placement where there's no ordnance. But hey, oh well. It happens, but look, this still sets up, you know, nice and neat. It does look pretty good, but it's not the way I like to display mine, of course. So we want to check this out with some landing gear. So what we'll do is we'll chuck some extended landing gear on this Beaufighter right here, and I'll come right back in a minute. All right, here we have the Beaufighter set up in gear down, and that is a lot better because you can keep everything on there. So, and I reckon it sets up quite nice. It is a nice little rendition here by Hobbymaster, of course, of this aircraft. And it's a straightforward process too, so you drop the modules in for each of the main landing gears there, and then of course there's 2 gear bay doors on either side that you drop in, and of course you put your bombs back on, and then there's a little piece over there that covers where you put the stand, so it covers over that stand hole, and of course you put the extended tail wheel on, so you can put it on the deck. And well, speaking of put it on the deck, we'll put it on the deck. Bang, sits there beautifully. Wonderful, easy, no problems, went together straightforward. We will zoom in a fraction for you, and that is that. I reckon it is not a bad looking unit, of course. So what we'll do, as typical, we will wind this video up for you, so you don't have to hear me waffle on anymore. So once again, this is the Bristol Beaufighter TF.Mk X, or Mark 10, of course, from Coastal Squadron 254, and I reckon it is not a bad little unit from Hobbymaster in 1/72 scale diecast, of course. All right, if you like this, throw us one of those. If you can find the time to click that button, and of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel as per usual. All right, stay tuned to the end of this video and check out the photos of this in a little bit more detail, so you can see it without my sausage fingers in the way. Sausage finger test. It is a reasonable size aircraft. There is 2 figures, 2 pilots that come with this, so a pilot and obviously the rear gunner there, and I reckon it does set up quite nicely. All right, thanks once again for spending your valuable time, of course, watching another one of our videos. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, guys.